All right, we are now joined by Grosse Pointe South High School. We're here with Alan, first year as the head coach. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a part of high school hockey for over 10 years. Took a little bit of a break when I promised my wife when our family started to grow. Things were always kind of put in the back burner for hockey with my past programs, and when we had a kid, I told her I'd take a step back. My previous stops were at MIHL for a season as an assistant coach. I spent most of my time at Stevenson, Utica Stevenson, now Livonia Stevenson. But very proud to say that in my time there, we grew that program, and at least when you talk to people around the state, you mentioned Stevenson, they had to at least say Livonia or Utica for a couple of years. So we're very happy about that, but very excited to be back in it.
So what drew you to the Grosse Pointe South game?
I've been wanting to get back into it for the last couple of years. Had a serious discussion with my wife, and she knows that the passion for hockey burns pretty deep. Yeah. I always wanted to get back with a program that I felt could compete at the highest level and could challenge for a state title. And I got a taste of the MIHL when I was with the South for a little while. Knew that that's where the best competition was. And I'm familiar with the Grosse Pointe area. I grew up just outside of Grosse Pointe and their long athletic tradition. So when the job became open, I decided to throw my hat in the ring, and here I am.
All right, so you've gotten to see these boys for a while. So what's the expectations like, and who are the key returners on this team?
Well, we have a number of returners. We actually have 14 returning players. With us today is George Knowlton, Drew Brady, and Anderson Tiggis. They're going to be big returners for us. A couple other guys I definitely want to mention would be Everett Kilt, Evan Bernard, Vince Scaglio, and we've got two new players on the team. One's a freshman, Will Brazania, and one is a sophomore, Charlie Wade, who's going to be a strong defenseman for us. Our expectations are we want to compete at the highest level, and our number one goal is we've broken now into 3 different divisions here in the MIHL. Our number one goal is to win our division. And it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination with Trenton and Cranbrook, but that's the first thing we're setting our sights on.
Obviously, you've been a part of the MIHL in your coaching days, so obviously you got to see how tough this league is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone's said it. I mean, there's literally no days off. But to be honest with you, and I used to tell this to my team all the time, the worst thing about high school hockey is also the best thing about high school hockey, and that is the next game is the most important game of the season. And here, when you're playing the MIHL, obviously you're playing against the best competition. But you mentioned at the very beginning of this, which was like 7 hours ago, but CC mentioned we have a target on their back, and they're absolutely right. I mean, they're unquestionably the top team in the state, and Brother Rice is right there with them too. But when you play in the MIHL, you have a target on your back because every single team in the state wants to beat you. And even when you're playing games that are out of the conference, even when you're playing games that are maybe outside of the season, you're playing against teams that are playing their best on that particular day because you're an MIHL team. Whether that's fair or not to your players, it's the truth. And I think it makes everyone better.
Now, what you guys thought of Coach so far? Through your practices and tryouts and all that stuff. So what you guys got to know about Coach?
Well, so far this year he's been very committed. Everything's been really organized with him, and we've just loved the commitment he has with us so far.
Yeah, definitely the commitment. It's been a very smooth transition.
He's got high expectations for us, and I think that's good. And he'll definitely help us with our new kids, laying the ground foundations for upcoming years.
I've been asking each hockey player this. What do you guys love about playing high school hockey?
I think it's just really nice to be able to play for your school, play for something, play for your team, and then also just play with your classmates, some of your best buddies. It's amazing times, high school hockey.
Yeah, definitely the camaraderie between the team and your classmates, and just being able to represent your school.
Yeah, classmates is really huge. I mean, playing a game and then coming to school the next day with your teammates, classmates, and it's good community.
Now, you guys have any team activities this year? Guys going to go on any special trips this year to get the bonding? Obviously, some go up north, some go to Traverse City, some go out of state. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, actually, we officially opened the season. Our first regular season game is out in Bay City, which is just going to be a day trip, but it's basically going to be the whole trip, or the whole day, I should say. We're also playing in a tournament up at Ferris this year, which is going to be really exciting. And then every year, annually, we have an event kind of locally within Grosse Pointe, which is kind of similar to the old GLI that used to have here. It's all 3 Grosse Pointe schools, so South, Grosse Pointe North, and Liggett, and they invite a guest school. I think this year it's the M1 Griffins, and that's a big tournament for us because obviously, you want to win your local tournaments too. So.
And then you guys have over the last year, what are you guys going to be doing, like taking a break from ice, like maybe bowling or something like that?
Next year I'll play golf a good amount.
Well, I'm just saying, like outside of the ice, not like as a bonding, during the season.
Oh,
like
during the
it's
season?
like to take your, take your mind off. Put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Team activities.
Yeah. We have our pasta parties before every game.
Yeah.
So those are really nice, like bond with the team, have good conversations with everyone.
I like our tradition of rookie performances. They can either sing a song or like perform a dance or something. Just to cover that.
I think the addition we have a weight room this year. I think that'll be good. It's not on the ice, and it'll be something different, and everyone can get better still.
Obviously, you've been around the game for a while in the high school hockey. You guys, been playing over the last few years. Just talk about the growth of media coverage of high school hockey over the years, through state champs, through PD, through all their media outlets.
Yeah, it's great to have more statewide exposure. When I was at Stevenson, for whatever reason, we were very lucky to have good local exposure, so a lot of the local papers and whatnot covered us. But yeah, having more statewide exposure it is always great. I think it helps grow the game in every area. You also got to earn that coverage too. So if you want people to talk about you, you don't want people to ignore you. You got to make sure you do stuff. But yeah, as a whole, we're very pleased with the way things are going. We're excited about it too.
I think it's really cool to be able to go on Instagram, be able to see all the different things throughout, all the different matchups, like matchup of the week and different things, and then what you guys have to say about the teams.
Yeah, I think state champs was a big part in that. They have a big following and they do like a lot of high school sports, and I think it just, including hockey, just brings a lot of new viewers to that sport.
Yeah, the state champs thing, it's big, and it gets a lot of hype in the games, and then going into the game, and you have that expectation to perform well. So kind of just prepares you.
And then my last one before the media, obviously we were there on Friday for the football game. Is there any football players that are going to be coming over to the hockey team now that, it was a great season for the football team. It was a tough loss to Roseville, but are you going to be gaining some football players on the ice?
We will. We have 2 players. It was a tough day for them the other day. We had a team meeting yesterday, which they were a part of, which was nice to have them there. They were hoping to, get a little bit further than what they did, but we were pulling for them, but it wasn't to be. But we're happy to have them back there for sure.
Pete?
Yeah, Coach, year one brings a lot of challenges, struggles on the ice, off the ice. Like, it's just a learning experience, right? I'm curious, maybe some of those coaches outside of the program that you lean on for advice, guidance, any other coaches who have kind of had an impact, influence on you, somebody who serves as a sounding board when you do run into those roadblocks with the program, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I have a very good. I try to build really good relationships with all the coaches that I work with, and my coaches previously from when I was in the MAC, I still talk to a lot of them on a regular basis. Frank and Rusty Cristofero are 2 pretty good names that most people who are in the hockey world will know. So I get to talk to them quite a bit. There's other coaches from my earlier days, like Dave Coons, who used to be at Dakota, that I still talk to every now and again. But yeah, it's great to hear their thoughts. It's great to kind of pick their brains and see hey, maybe this is a challenge that I'm facing right now, and what kind of advice can you give me? But I've also had some past assistants and whatnot that are really good too.
Sure. Guys, I'm sure we've all looked at the calendar, examined it, gone over matchups and games. I'm curious, for each one of you, give me a date that's circled on the calendar and why. What game are you looking forward to most?
I think probably our Liggett tournament, which is like right before Christmas. That's always a big thing for us. Just like it's a great thing throughout Grosse Pointe, just play all these different teams and try to win that tournament.
Good.
Our first game back from Christmas break, CC. I think it's circled on everybody's schedule.
Probably a tournament up in Big Rapids. I mean, it's fun to go up there, and there's good teams up there. It should be fun to compete up there.
Coach, you talked about how tough the MIHL is, and it's a really tough division when you get in the playoffs too. So just with it being your first year with the program, what do you think is kind of the biggest key for this team to hit the ground running and be able to compete in these really tough environments?
Yeah, it's not going to be easy, especially with where we are in playoffs with our regional. You're competing against the MIHL teams during the regular season, and we're competing against a lot of MIHL teams in the playoffs too. So that's going to be really, really hard. I mean, for us, one of the things that I was able to step into is with so many returning players. They're very familiar with one another, so I don't think really gelling together is going to be that big of an issue. It's going to basically be learning a new play style. It's going to basically be learning new systems, which we're just kind of starting to implement now. And it may take us a little while to get going with those, but these kids are talented enough, they're smart enough, they're going to pick it up real quick. And yeah, once we get those down, I'm excited about what we can do.
As for players, your coach just mentioned that the chemistry you guys have while being together for so long, and the new play styles and systems as well. So how do you think that chemistry that you guys have, as a collective whole, has really helped you guys kind of pick up on things right away?
I think our chemistry this year has been really good. The whole team clicks together pretty well, so I think that will definitely help us just kind of pick up everything, all know each other, so that'll be really good.
Yeah, playing with the same guys for 2, 3, 4 years, it really helps you just get to know each other and be able to click in any sort of system.
Yeah, I mean, all that chemistry, you can come off to a hot start, hopefully bring that momentum to the rest of the season.
All right, question for most of the players. You guys obviously went out last year, kind of upset loss at St. Louis was unified in the regional final last year. Is that kind of using it, and for you as a new coach coming in, how is all that kind of gelling and using that as motivation, kind of learning experience going into this year?
Yeah, that was definitely a really hard loss for us last year, but we're really striving for a bounce back season this year, looking to win our region, and that's our goal.
Yeah, we definitely use it as motivation. Playoffs, it's just, we need to do better.
Yeah, just do better.
And then as a new coach, how are you coming into that kind of after a season like that? How are you kind of helping maintain their confidence levels throughout the season, no matter what's happening?
I mean, it's interesting you brought that up because that may or may not have been one of the first things I mentioned when the first day we got in. No, I think really what it comes down to is once we do start to implement our systems, as we said before, that's going to instill the confidence. And once we instill that confidence, that's what's going to help us start to win. And I wasn't at that game last year, so I can't tell you exactly what happened. I've only seen the shot totals and whatnot, and what people had told me. But the bottom line is that no matter how well you play, you got to win. So I'm very big on no excuses. So yeah, every once in a while in this sport, hockey's a weird game. You could outplay a team badly and just not get a couple of breaks, and you lose a tough game. But that can't happen with consistency. So that has to be something that we eliminate, and that's definitely something we're addressing.
Thank you very much.